Well, YouTube, it looks like you're in for a rant today because I get to talk about Blizzard and Overwatch in 2021. Yeah, this is going to be a rant for you guys, so mild content warning and language warning and all of that nonsense. Before I get into the video, I'd like to remind you to please like and subscribe if you enjoy the content, because this is my second video of the day, and I would appreciate it if you can help me get to 1,000 subscribers. Anyways, enough said, let us get into the video. So Blizzard, in their just absolute genius, with no hubris whatsoever, has decided that they're going to change the name of Jesse McCree, aka Cowboy Man from Overwatch, because of the fact that the person he is based off of, his name anyway, is now an ex-Blizzard employee that has had sexual misconduct alleged against him, right? Now, of course, I have to, just as a YouTuber and as a person as a whole, I prefer to keep things like, listen, I'll wait until the man is charged in a court of law, and unless there is extremely foul play, that's usually how I'm gonna proceed myself. I don't want to make exorbitant claims about, you know, his innocence or his guilt, right? I can't be bothered. There is so much to the story to look into his one, like, particular case. To be honest, for me personally, I can't justify it going back and look at it, because there's just so much, and I haven't really covered it. I haven't really kept up with it, but I have covered Overwatch in the past. It was like one of the first, it was my first video on the channel, and it's like, out of the first 10 videos I have, I think it was like 30-50%, you know, so 3 or 5 videos were Overwatch. And little known fact about Overwatch for me, the DPS I mained was McCree for the most part. So needless to say, that irritates me a lot, because when you care about a character, right, and I don't want to play it up, like, I don't wake up every day thinking about Jesse McCree from Overwatch and being like, dang, you know, if this character did not exist, my life would be in shambles, okay? I won't play it up for you, alright? But I do like him as a character and stuff, right? At least to a point where I remember him. If, like, you told me, hey, what do you remember about Overwatch? McCree would probably be, like, one of the first things I think of, right? Because of my experience with him. And so it really, you know, upsets me that McCree is, like, kind of treated this way, done dirty, if you will. Because, no, listen, I'm gonna keep it real with you, in my opinion, my honest opinion. Like, Jesse McCree, the person in real life, like, even if he did this horrible thing, which is very possible, right, and he's, like, did this horrible sexual misconduct, ugh, I can barely speak, I have to be honest with you, like, nobody really associates that guy with him, even though their names are the same. It's like, to give you an idea, it's like a fun fact on, like, page 60 of the Overwatch Wikipedia article. Obviously, I'm being a bit facetious, but, like, I hope you understand my point that nobody really... The people that do know don't even, like, they don't think, when they think of McCree, they don't think, man, that's the character from Overwatch that's based on a real person. It's because it's just a name. It's literally just a name. And sure, you know, it's one thing if this person, if they knew that this person was an awful person, and, like, it was well established between, like, fans, the community, and in Blizzard that this person was awful, and then they named McCree after that. But then at that point, it's like nobody has any, like, attachment to McCree, and at that point, like, you could just change it. If that controversy would have happened, it would be, you know, brand spanking news for when Overwatch was coming out. It's a horrible fucking situation, in my opinion, to just, like, completely betray like, an audience trust on a character, because it sets a precedent that any character, like, a character that you like in Blizzard games just can have their character's name removed, like, completely changed. And sure, the context for McCree is, you know, albeit, like, very, you know, peculiar and particular, it doesn't change the fact that the standard has now been set that any character that you like can have their name changed like that. It is a horrible precedent to have. Alright, I'm gonna throw some, like, tweets up on the screen right now for you to so you can gauge what people are talking about, people that agree with me, that don't, and so that you can hopefully have some sort of understanding as to what people are saying. I agree with some of them. Some of these talking points I've even gotten, I think, from some of them, but also there are people that I think are completely and utterly wrong, and just the goal on some of these people, it's like, do these people not have a character that in any like sort of fiction that they care about, that they would be incredibly upset if something like incredibly minute and petty was changed about them? Like, there's one tweet in here and it's like, well, it's like tearing down like a monument to an abuser or something, and it's like, dude, like, what? First off, like, okay, it's not a monument to an abuser, it's a character's name, right? Like, let's not, over-glorify what it is. Let's not, like, misrepresent what McCree's name is. Like, how do you, like, jump from this character's name is associated with, a person that has allegations of sexual misconduct to this character is a monument, the name is a monument to it? Like, it's just like, they were probably thinking, oh, hey, Jesse McCree, like, hey, we need a name for this cowboy dude. Well, we need a placeholder name. Jesse McCree. And then they stuck with it because it sounds pretty cool. It's a cool name, right? Like, that's probably it. They probably weren't thinking, I want to harass some women today. Let me, like, look up, people in our company that have a history of harassing women. Jesse McCree! Let's have him be our cowboy character in Overwatch. Let's have him have his name. Another victory for the evil patriarchy. Nobody fucking thought that, and you'd be lying to yourself if you honestly did. Like, nobody... I don't understand how that is a sane, rational thing to make, right? Argument to make, rather. It just seems utterly crazy. It's so stupid, and I can't really stress that enough. And I don't want to talk in circles, so I think I'm gonna try and, like, wind down here. There is, like, obviously it's simple. It's just the name. It's like, I hate retcons, honestly. If I could, like, level with you, one of the things I want to do when I'm, well, I am grown up now, but, like, what I want to do is, like, write stories and stuff, obviously, outside of YouTube. I still want to do YouTube as a hobby for, like, the rest of my life, / video, like, this form of entertainment I want to do for the rest of my life as a hobby, or even as a job, potentially. I could do the book writing and this as a job. I hate retcons, and something as petty as this, for something that nobody even associates to, that's, like, completely outside the realm of fiction as they have it. Also, I'm probably I've thrown up the Blizzard response somewhere here. I'm not gonna read it because it's pointless, honestly. Like, sure, I'm sure some of you care to read it. If not, if you do, look it up on Twitter or just pause the video when it happened. Like, how do you care about a character when something that simple can change? Like, retcons should be, in theory, something done to, like, explain away something that wasn't really explained well before. Like, oh, hey, what's the explanation for this? Well, obviously they didn't, know what that explanation was at the time, but, hey, now that we know, it's okay. But retcons are so often used to just, like, completely massacre and change the character for no discernible reason other than, well, pandering, I guess. Yeah, I was trying to think of what to say, but obviously pandering is the thing that comes to mind for the most. It's just, and, for some things it can kind of work. Like, people always love to see a new interpretation of a Joker character, right? But that's the thing. Like, you can't just change an interpretation of a character, right? It's totally different than a retcon, in my opinion. You can disagree with me if you want, like, on that, and I won't argue with you, because it's just difference in opinion at that. Like, I won't die on that hill. No, sir. I've been talking a lot, honestly. This is my second video, and I'm probably gonna make a third. But, hey, I think I'm gonna wind it down here, because if I keep going on this topic, I'm gonna get incredibly upset, because I really have nothing else to say other than it's stupid. Like, Overwatch is trying to gain some sort of relevancy with Blizzard. Like, they literally shredded documents related to the lawsuit because, like, lol. They're like Lex Luthor incarnate. Whatever, dude. Like, you can only tolerate so much stupid shit, I guess, from Blizzard, and my tolerance is long faded. Maybe one day I can make a video about why Overwatch 2 is probably going to fail in the history of Overwatch and all that, but, you know, as of right now, I think it's time to end the video. Yeah, I've been KB, baby. God bless your soul. Stay rad. Don't be radicalized, even in these tough and trying times. And yeah, I'm signing off. Peace.